Yo, what is going on? Make sure we get this thing lined up. There we go. We'll give everybody a second to file in here real quick. Take just a second. Friday, February the 5th, 2021. And fingers crossed, as of right now, everything is working smoothly with the mic. And probably as soon as I say that, the Muschamp hackers will knock us off. But no, we're good right now. What's going on? What's going on? I'm sure the cord needs to be replaced, but I swear to God, I do my podcast and I have no issues with this. And then I get on the Daily Crow and it just I don't know what happens. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I really don't. I have no idea. Yeah, the Red Sox hat, Phil, I knew you'd be a fan. You had to pull it out after I wore the Yankees cap earlier this week. But yo, what is up? Lindsay, Sedarius. Yeah, obviously Phil, what's up, man? Ryan Scott, we should be back on audio-wise. Yeah, obviously Phil, what's up? Yeah, so good. You guys let me know if you can't hear. Again, like I said, I apologize for any audio issues that may happen. The new cord will be here tomorrow. So, like I said, it hasn't given me problems with the podcast, thank God, because that would have been awful. But I don't know. With the Daily Crow, I don't know what's happened or like why it's happened, why things have gone in and out, whatever with the audio. But anyways, we are here. We are here on a Friday, February the 5th, 2021, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Got a lot to get into. Like I said, a very, very exciting Friday for many reasons, content-wise, merchandise-wise, obviously, which I'm going to get into in just a second. Going to share my screen and actually show you guys the merch for those who may not be familiar. But before we get into everything, I want to talk about my friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness. Guys, CJ Profit, he's the man behind it all. He's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds doing the exact same type of training he does at the gym. And that's what separates him, I believe, is that he's actually been there. He's done the work. He's lost the weight. He's done it all. So again, Flex Squad Fitness, Chapin, South Carolina, they do one-on-one and small group training. The program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. The goal is not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And again, guys, like I said, he has been there before. He has done this. So you know when you go to him and you do these classes and you do these nutrition plans, it's somebody who's been in your shoes before. Again, he does his best to make the place as fun as possible. You're going to work hard, but for sure, you're going to laugh, sing along, have a great time doing it. You're going to enjoy the process, enjoy the grind. And guys, the place changes people inside and out. You won't regret walking the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And here's the kicker. They offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions, see what they're about, or go to Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you guys. They're going to give you your first month free. It's a no-brainer. Again, my buddy CJ Profit over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, guys. If you're in the area, if you're in Columbia, you're in Chapin, obviously, but if you're in the area, you're looking for a new trainer, you're looking for a gym, you're looking to start that fitness journey, you've been putting it off, the time is now. You got a free month waiting for you. So again, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Appreciate them supporting the Spurs Up Show and the Daily Crow, of course. Guys, appreciate you all tuning in, like I said. Friday, February the 5th, 2021. I'm fired up. Huge day for the Spurs Up Show. Obviously, a great podcast dropping this morning. But what I'm really excited about, I want to show you guys. And USC Insider, I see your comment. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I love the merch. I think the merch is fire, personally. Like, I think the merch is so fire. Yeah, I think the merch is fuego. That personally, I'm just looking here. Yeah, I guess that was you, Bradley Adler. Is that USC Insider? Sorry if I blew your cover. My bad. But no, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the love, support. And I'll show you guys really quick here. If you're just tuning in, and did not know, we're not familiar, just about 20 minutes ago, we dropped, I should say, some new South Carolina Gamecocks baseball merchandise. If you go to tsus.store, you'll see the new shirts up top. But if you go to the baseball collection, which is at the bottom of the page, and you'll see the collections, and it says baseball. Or if you just click on tees, you'll see it there. But again, we brought back the Kiss the Rings t-shirts. You guys should be able to see my screen. So we brought back the Kiss the Rings t-shirt. And what's funny about these t-shirts, guys, I actually dropped these in 2018. That's how long ago it was that I dropped these t-shirts. We also have the Hail to the King shirts, which is obviously a play on Game of Thrones, which I think is really cool and witty. We have the hashtag Win Anyway. Again, these are old shirts. Now, the new ones are these. This is one of them. The road to Omaha runs through Columbia. Again, I love that. Obviously, for obvious reasons, I love that. That's one of the new shirts. The road to Omaha runs through Columbia. So there's that one. And then you go to the next page. And by the way, we got them in all colors, garnet, black, white, and Yankee gray. If you love the Yankee grays like I do, we've got them in Yankee gray. Now, these are fire. Because I've talked to you guys before, one thing I wish South Carolina would do more of is flexing tradition for baseball, right? Like, we have tons of tradition. We have tons to brag about. Why wouldn't we? Let me make sure my mic is still with you guys. Let me make sure the mic is still there. Mic's still there. Good. We have so much to flex. We have so much to brag about. Why not do it? Boom. There it is. So what you see on the outfield wall at Founders Park, all of the national titles, of course, College World Series appearances, runner-ups, Super Regionals, NCAA tournament appearances, SEC, all of it on a t-shirt now. So you can walk around proudly, flex this thing. I love this shirt. I think it's so simple, so clean. My dude, Noah Whalen, has done an incredible job. He's been a game changer for the business in regards to, creating these graphics and helping me out. And it's been a true, true blessing. So again, I want to give a shout out to Noah. He's touchdowns to home runs. If he's in here, I don't know. But that is the new merchandise. So again, if you're a big Gamecock baseball fan, obviously I think you're going to be a big fan of that. But I love the merch. I am a big baseball guy, as you guys know. And so huge baseball merch drop, guys. I'll literally put in the chat too, if you're wondering like what the link is for that. tsus.store. That is tsus.store for all of your merchandise. And again, I would say the best Gamecocks merchandise on the internet. By far the best Gamecocks baseball merch, but the best Gamecocks merch, period. I'll go to bat for that every day of the week. Elizabeth Ballard says the Omaha shirt is sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And how was the scrimmage in person? Great. I'm actually going right back out to the scrimmage today. Weather's kind of but we got a scrimmage at 1:45 at Founders Park. I'll be heading out there, checking it out. I'm not covering it quite as in-depth as I did last year, but obviously, going out there, seeing the guys, getting some feedback, some takeaways. I'll definitely see. If you follow on social media, if you follow on Twitter especially, I'll have my, some brief thoughts there. But, the team scrimmages today at 1:45 and tomorrow at 1:45 as well. So I'm planning on being at both. Maddox Free, what's up, Jaden? Appreciate the love, man. Thank you. I love the way the merch turned out. I'm literally ordering mine as we speak. So, because believe it or not, I have to buy my own merch too. Phil says Yankee gray with a puke face. Phil, you got to come around in the Yankee gray, man. You have to come around in the Yankee gray. The Yankee gray is incredible. It's incredible. It's incredible, Phil. It's damn criminal you don't like the Yankee gray. Unbelievable. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, and calls as well. 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Hey, we can talk some football as well. Montario Hardesty hired as the running backs coach. If you guys want to give your thoughts on that, I mean, listen, I've put out so many report cards, guys. I don't think I'm going to put out another one. I've put out so many report cards. The last thing I want to do is piss Gamecock Nation off yet again with my grades, because people don't, I don't give every coach an A+ or something like that. But Trent Strickland, how do you see Mag Cotto fitting in this year? Yeah, I think definitely he's a guy that will factor in. I think he'll probably start in the midweek, but I mean, he's a lefty throwing 95 miles an hour, man. You don't have to say much more than that. Really, really good stuff. Kid's built like a grown man. He's 18 years old. He's 6'4", 240. And he's an 18-year-old kid. How can you be that big at 18? Either way, though, great build. It's a big-time ball player. The young guys of Will Sanders, Mag Cotto, and probably Jack Mahoney. That's probably your future weekend rotation, honestly. So Gamecock pitching is in a really good spot. I was able to watch Will Sanders and Thomas Farr sling the pill yesterday. And Farr looked good, 95, 96 with the fastball, good stuff. David Mendham did get a piece of him, though, and I think David Mendham is going to be a big-time ball player. I think he's going to be a big stick in this lineup for Carolina. I don't know exactly where he fits in the field, whether it's first, whether it's DH, whether it's somewhere else. But I think David Mendham, he looks like that traditional Carolina power hitter. Like, he looks like that. I'm so hesitant to say this. He's got like that swagger of Justin Smoke. He's got like the wristbands. He's got like the left. He has that look about him. I'm hesitant to say that because Smoke is my dude. That is my all-time favorite Carolina baseball player. But he's got that look about him, no question. By the way, guys, I want to show something off really quickly. I went to this thrift store in Columbia. And I got these two programs, right? So I want to show you guys this. Found this one, and I figured I'd get it. Listen, the game didn't go very well, but I'm like, you know what? Legendary player, and it had a poster inside. Boom. Look at that. 2017 Carolina Clemson game. Sky Moore on the cover. Pretty cool, right? Had a Sky Moore poster inside. Pretty cool stuff, honestly. I think I might put it back here behind me. Now, this one, though. This one's fire. We got any Gamecock basketball fans in the building? Ooh, the program from the Final Four year. Let's go. Let's go. The program from the Final Four year. I was like, this is an immediate cop. Guys, this was $2. This was $2. So, I don't know. I just feel like showing you guys that. Yes, that program is sick. Dude, the place I went to, they have programs from like every year, especially football. Dude, they've got a program from like 1985 for football. It's insane. Lance, appreciate you, man. Yeah, I love the tweet with the hat, dude. I love the tweet with the merch. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the feedback. Glad you guys like it. Like I said, the merch is by far one of my favorite things about what I do. I love making merchandise that is sort of off the wall or just merch you couldn't go buy at the USC bookstore. Again, they make great merchandise. But some people, I'm kind of one of those people. I want to be like outside the box a little bit with the merch. I want to wear things that not everybody's wearing. You know what I mean? So I love it. I'm glad you guys, find value in it. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm glad you guys find value in it. So again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. We don't have to talk about merch the entire time. I guess we can. TGIF, by the way, happy Friday. Hope you guys have had a fantastic week. Again, I'm fired up here on a Friday. Yeah, I don't know. I have to stop touching the map. I don't, dude. It's like I said, it's so weird because it gives me no issues when I do the podcast. It gives me no issues. Yeah, the Muschamp hackers, whatever. Either way, I don't know what the deal is, man. We should be back. We should be back. We should be back. Will Muschamp hackers have infiltrated my cord or my laptop. I swear to God, if I get the new cord and it's still, I'm going to free. Like I said, though, it doesn't give me issues when I do the podcast. I don't understand. Thank God, but Sedarius Days, did Georgia really make up a job for Muschamp? I don't know if they made up a job, but I mean, they had an opening, and it's definitely it's definitely a case of buddy ball. I mean, it is what it is, though. He gets to be close to his family with his kid. I don't know, whatever, man. But what I was trying to say before the mic went out was just wake up feeling blessed, dude. I mean, we get to wake up and do this, chat with you guys, and put out a great podcast and put out merchandise and go watch a baseball scrimmage. And I'm going to smoke a cigar later, probably just to cap off a great. I mean, it's just, you just wake up feeling blessed, man. So I appreciate you guys, because again, without your love, support, without you guys, none of this would be possible. It just flat out wouldn't. It just flat out wouldn't. So, Caden Graham, how are you going to wear a Red Sox hat after wearing a Yankees hat a few days ago? Bro, I just like hats. I got them all. I like hats, you know. And I knew what I was doing. We'll put it that way. I knew what I was doing. Let's see. Justin says Auburn's trying to listen in to see what we are doing. By the way, guys, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. So no Daily Crow Thursday and Friday of next week. And here is why. So when I went on the trip I went on a few weeks ago with my family, my sister and her boyfriend, like the entire family was supposed to go. They couldn't go. Things came up. They got, whatever. They had stuff going on. We're literally going again. I know that might sound crazy. You guys are like, what in the world? But we're literally going again. Same exact set of like Wednesday to Monday. We're doing it all over again. So just no Daily Crow. We'll have podcasts, of course. But I thought about it and I was like, you know what? If it's on opening weekend, there's no way I'm going to go. We have baseball, but you know what? It's the weekend before. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to be locked in every weekend on baseball and basketball, of course, but locked in on baseball from opening day until May. So might as well get one more trip. I mean, we bought season passes. So we're just going to do it all over again. It's going to be like deja vu. Thomas Walker. Yeah, I forgot to get to the last and first baseball shirt back-to-back champs in 2 parts. Yeah. No, listen, I'm open to ideas. I mean, this is not like the final release of baseball merch. There will be more baseball merch that drops. This is just the first drop. So, no, I think that's something that could be cool. I mean, listen, that's something that South Carolina can hang its hat on. No other program, no matter what happens in the history of the world, will ever be able to say we closed out Rosenblatt and opened up TD Ameritrade. Nobody can ever say that. And yes, Elizabeth Ballard, now I can try the frozen butterbeer. You know, I knew you guys would get a kick out of that, though, because you're gonna be like, God, is this dude just like an amusement park freak? Like, what is wrong with this dude? But no, just the sister and her boyfriend are going now, and we got the whole family going, and yeah, we're just gonna do. I mean, who am I to say no, right? I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be locked in baseball wise, especially from opening weekend all the way until May. Dude, the season's long, so. I figure why not get one more trip in? Of course, I mean, I'm not going to be just sitting in my house for 4 months, but you know what I mean. Might as well get one more trip in, so screw it. But again, we'll have podcasts as normal Thursday, Friday, and then heck, even that Monday when I'm out of town, that Monday is going to be our season preview show. Or it might be Tuesday. I don't know. It might be Tuesday. That might be a good opportunity to take Tuesday to preview the season. But either way, it's going to be one of those 2 days. Again, the schedule for next week, I can already tell you guys. We'll do the position unit previews. We'll round it out for baseball Tuesday and Friday. We will break down the outfielders and the catchers, and that'll round up the position unit previews. So, Scott Stamey says, Muschamp reached out to Beamer. Wonder what was said. I mean, I have no idea, man. I have no clue. Not even going to try to guess. Savannah Webster, Chris, we got to set something up if you're coming down regularly. We have Orlando Gamecocks down here too. Yeah, again, we actually bought season passes to Universal. So, like I said, we're not like some, amusement park free, but it's just a convenient place to go for a family vacation. So, like I said, they offered. I was like, why not? Let's go. So, M. Wiseman, USAF, Pedroia blows just like Boston. I mean. Whatever. I think Pedroia was a stud, but, to each their own. Pedroia was one hell of a ball player. Lindsey Haglish has never turned down roller coasters. Agreed. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. Skyland Reed Davis, what's up, man? Who are your top 3 bullpen guys? Danny Lloyd, I think he's going to be your closer. Brett Carey, I think the stopper for sure. Beyond that, I mean, listen, there's guys I think you have – here's the thing. You have a plethora of arms. And really, a lot of it comes back to, like, what do they do? What do they do with a guy like Will Sanders? Like, is he a midweek starter? Is he a pin arm? Because, again, he's a guy that throws 95, 96. I think Cam Tringali, you got to remember him. I think John Gilreath out of the pen. I think Parker Coyne out of the pen. You got it, and then you got like Jack Mahoney. You have these other. You have Cade Austin. You have Brett Thomas. So for me, it's finding that other guy. I think if Cam Tringali is on his game, I think having him as a 7th inning guy would be great. Brett Carey in that 8th, and then having Danny Lloyd in that traditional closer role. But again, the beautiful thing about the bullpen is this, and that's what you're figuring out right now is what guys are in what roles. You need to establish roles going into a season, of course. And I know Mark Kingston, obviously, and Skylar Meade know that. But so when you ask top 3 bullpen guys, again, Carey Lloyd to me jump out immediately. And then as a third, again, I think there's a plethora of options to determine, again, who's going to be your 7th inning, who's going to be your 8th, who's going to be your 9th. And yeah, Seitler. Yeah, Seitler actually threw yesterday and looked good. Looked very good. Was sitting around 89, 90, but spotting up. Stuff's got a lot of movement. I feel like he's improved a ton from what I saw last year. So, I feel good about the Gamecocks pitching staff as a whole. No, I do not have any gambling locks today. Ritter says, get ready for us to be yelling tomorrow about the men's team, of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. And we're going to do a pregame show, by the way, tomorrow, 2:30 to 3. I might be doing it live from Founders Park. His first pitch for the scrimmage is supposed to be 1:45. But, 2:30 to 3, we'll be doing that, and tip off at 3:30. Savannah Webster says, will you be here for the tournament? We are meeting for that, and I could hit up Eric in Orlando to do something. The tournament, what tournament? Basketball or like what tournament's in Orlando? I'm unfamiliar. I apologize. Let's see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. Again, like I said, guys, if you have not seen, we had a big merch drop earlier. Gamecocks baseball merchandise. Check it out. Really, really good stuff in there. Stuff that I'm really, really excited about. Y'all be sure to check that out. Like I said, tsus.store is the place to find it. tsus.store. Skyline says Clemson got a stud, Caden Grice. Yeah, I mean, listen, Clemson's got good ball players. That's a series we should win, though, man. I mean, you look, Clemson, I don't know if they're getting slept on, but I don't think they're going to be very good this year. Like, they're getting no hype in the preseason. Absolutely none. So that's a series that South Carolina should go in expecting to win and should win. Jay Smith, what's going on? I've been great. Appreciate it. Savannah Webster, SEC tournament. I think it's the weekend before baseball starts. Well, baseball starts February the 19th. So we'll have to check the schedule. I mean, I don't know if I'll be down there for that. We'll have to check the schedule. Dakota Lee Center Fight says, so tomorrow, Mississippi State wins by 15+, and then Tuesday night, SC beats Alabama. This team wouldn't want it any other way with the way they're playing. I mean, honestly, like, you're probably right. Skylar Reed Davis, I think you're going to find Seitler in the lineup. Seems like he's been coming on strong. I don't necessarily see him in the lineup because where do you put him? Honestly? Like, I don't, I think the outfield spots are taken. I think I don't know. I don't see. I mean, I like Seitler. I think he's improved a lot. I don't think he is a guy who's a starter. Tuesday night we have Alabama, so that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, he said, I said you. No, I don't think we find Seitler in the lineup. No, I think he's improved a lot. And he could be a guy that comes in and gets two lefties out for you or whatever. But I'll ask you guys this, by the way, for the baseball merch. Would you guys want to see that on hoodies as well, long sleeves, whatever? I mean, just give me an idea. Would you guys want to see that on hoodies also? So I only put it on T-shirts right now. As of right now, it is only on T-shirts. Justin says we beat Mississippi State by 8 and beat Bama by 3. Boy, oh boy, that would, what a turnaround in the season that would be. What a turnaround in the season that would be. Justin, the traditions layout on a hoodie would be dope. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree for sure. Skyline says 3:30. What do you, the tip off. Yes, it's a 3:30 tip, which I am very happy about also. Again, you know, I mean, I'll come clean. You guys saw last week. I went out and watched that game and consumed some beverages. We'll put it that way. I consumed some beverages. So I'd rather have a game in the middle of the day where that's not an issue. AJ Bowers, can you make sleeveless hoodies? My vendor does not. Well, I don't know if they do or not. I'll check after this. I don't think they offer that. That would have to be like a special order probably type of thing. But I can check. If you guys are interested in sleeveless, dude, I'd love to rock a sleeveless hoodie. Actually, now that I think about it, but yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll see what I can do. Aaron Gibson, are we getting the transfer DB from Navy? I have no clue. I have no idea. I have not seen that. So Robbie Davis texting in. Who do you think could wind up being our closer for the baseball team? I think Danny Lloyd. I think he is the prototypical closer. He fits that role very, very well. A guy that has fantastic stuff, throwing, he can top out up at 95, 96, really can sit 92, 93 with great movement, great breaking stuff. If he lives down in the zone, I mean, it's game over. His slider is wipeout. His slider is plus, has developed a changeup, has a little bit of a cutter. I think Danny Lloyd will be your closer for sure. Sorry, guys. I just saw something. And I'm trying to find it. Fan cutouts at Founders Park. Oh, God. What if I got one like right behind the plate of just me? Just get one right. Dude, it's $200 for a fan cut. It's like, bro, I don't want a fan cutout. I want a ticket. Give me a. Why can I not find a season ticket? Like, why is that impossible? Why is it impossible to find a season ticket? Explain that to me. Like, nobody's selling? Like, really? Really, nobody's selling? Jeez, come on. I mean, nobody's selling a ticket. It just baffles me, dude. I'm going to literally repost this tweet. I'm going to literally repost it. Like, I am trying to be in the freaking building, guys. Griffin Price says, we have the talent to win the SEC, but AJ, Keyshawn, and Kuznar have yet to play a complete game together other than maybe the A&M game. Do we have the talent to win the SEC? I think that might be a little aggressive, but we have talent, no question. We have talent. It's just putting it all together. It's simply just putting it all together. Sorry, guys. I'm literally putting a post up, like asking if anybody has a season ticket for sale. If anybody has a season ticket for sale. Mike Budden, how can you push Yankee gray and wear a Red Sox hat, dude? It's just a hat. Like I'm not like I'm a Braves guy, believe it or not. And the Yankee gray applies to Carolina baseball. So Steven says, was this the elite staff you were expecting from Shane Beamer? Does it exceed your expectations or no? I don't think it exceeds my expectations. It's very much a prove it staff. I mean, listen, I like the staff, but it's a prove it staff. It's not a bunch of, but I'm glad this staff, starting with Shane Beamer, going down as assistants, I'm glad this staff came together the way it did, because you know what? We could have went the cookie cutter route and just said, you know what, we'll hire Hugh Freeze and we'll hire his people and we'll just go that tradition. We needed to roll the dice. We needed to switch things up a little bit, go off the beaten path, like try something else. I'm glad we did that. You know, will it blow up in our face? It might, but man, at least we thought outside the box for once. So, let's see. Jaden Harris, 7 Woods had a better game against Florida than we are used to seeing from him. Yeah, he needs to play well. He needs to play well. Chase says, what do you think it will take for us to make the tournament, or is that even possible at this point? I don't think realistically it's possible. I mean, win every game. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer could be outside of that. So I think making the NCAA tournament is I think it's unrealistic personally. So let's see. Jay Sauls, 1, I think this team is better with Kusnart at the point and playing in transition. That's a key for me tomorrow, actually, the transition game. Hunter Brown, Super Bowl prediction. God, that's tough. I'm going to pick the Chiefs, but I would never bet against Brady. I would never bet against Tom Brady. Ever, ever, ever. So we'll see what happens, but let's see. Sholem, what's up, man? Hanging out on Friday. What's going on? AJ Bowers, do you think Colton Gauthier fights to keep it close in the quarterback battle? I'm sure he's going to fight. Now, is he going to win the battle? I wouldn't predict it, but you know, the number one thing you want in the quarterback room is quality depth. So the number one thing you want is quality depth. I think Colton Gauthier, like I said, I had the kid on my show. Really like him a lot. Great head on his shoulders. I think he's a good kid. So yeah, happy he's at Carolina. So Hunter Brown says Pat Mahomes is Brady 2.0 question mark. Different styles, obviously. Pat Mahomes is a beast. There's no question. Pat Mahomes is a freaking monster. So again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Quick reminder, great podcast that dropped this morning, episode 375, breaking down the game tomorrow against Mississippi State, and then also breaking down the Gamecocks' third baseman heading in the 2021 baseball season, continuing along with the season preview series, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate the love, support, everything else. Let's see. Yep, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Rick Foreman, do you think the Gamecocks will lead the league in rushing yards next year, or at least be top 3? I think they'll be top 3. I think leading is a tough ask. You know, with Alabama's in the same conference as you, they're going to run the football very effectively. So, I don't know that I'd say lead the SEC, but it's going to be one of the best rushing attacks in the conference, no question. So, Shullen, hanging out with the Daily Crow and the dog. What a time. What a Friday. Not a bad Friday if I do say so myself. AJ Bowers, in my opinion, to start the year, Doty QB1, Brown QB2, Gauthier QB3, and the preferred walk-on kid QB4. I could certainly see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Savannah Webster with Najee and Spiller gone. Who else will be on top again? Yeah, I think we're definitely top 3 in the conference. Again, just to say to lead the conference, I don't know. To lead the conference, I think that might be a little bold. So, how about 2 weeks away from opening day, man? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Unbelievable. It's almost here. It's crazy. Hunter Brown may have talked about it already, but thoughts on CJ Spiller becoming Clemson's running backs coach? Kind of makes me wish we'd have hired Corey Boyd, if you want me to be totally honest. So, Clemson gets their alums in there, gets their former players. I know we did it to an extent for sure. I'm not saying that every single, staff position can be a former player, but it would have been nice. Thomas Walker says, when are you going to rock the Dodger lid? I actually don't have a Dodgers cap, believe it or not. I need to get one. I do not have a Dodgers cap. So I got to work on that. Jaden Harris says, I think Kentucky and Bama have better running games than us this season. Yeah, there's a lot of good teams in the SEC that have good running games. That's why I'm saying that, I'm not putting us as number 1 in the I feel like that's a little bold. I feel like that's a little bold. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Hope you're all doing well. Great day today. Very fired up to be talking to you guys. Great day today. We get to let's see. We get to hang out, chat, watch some baseball later, eat some good food, put out great content. I mean, it's a great day. It's a great day. I'm fired up. For it. Appreciate you all tuning in. Seriously. It means the world. The Daily Crow would not be a success if you guys didn't tune in, because I said before, the last thing I wanted to do with this platform, with this content, is me just get on here and talk to myself for an hour. Like, you guys are very interactive, questions, calls. I really, truly do appreciate it. Really, truly do. Let's see. John Gibbs, no matter what, the quarterback has to get settled and be 100%. Have full trust. Beamer will make it happen. But without a quarterback, you will have no offense. I mean, listen, I still like Luke Doty, and I think Jason Brown and Colton Gauthier are going to push, and I think there's going to be great competition in that quarterback room. But I like Luke Doty, man. I think Luke Doty can be the guy for sure. Savannah Webster, does anyone even know the next Bama running back's name? He probably didn't even see the field last year because of Najee, and I think Rodriguez from UK is leaving too. Savannah, they have plethoras of 5 stars behind it. Like, do you have to know the name of the next Bama running back? He's good. That's it. AJ Bowers, worst Gamecock hat I've ever seen is the yellow-black bull ones with the Gamecock logo in the center. It looks like garbage. Which hat? Oh, the yellow-black bill one. What are you? I don't know. Which ones are you talking about? I'm not familiar with those. Thomas Walker, in baseball strategy, do you go all in to win 2 games of a series or really try your best to win all 3? Asking because I really don't know. I mean, you try to win every game you play. There's no, you try to win every game you play. I mean, I don't, you don't. I mean, obviously, you're trying to win series. You're trying to win 2 out of 3, but, you have a Friday, Saturday, Sunday starter for a reason. You have your bullpen guys for a reason, and you go out there and you fight your ass off for 3 straight games, and the chips will fall where they may, but And I mean, you're definitely strategic with like bullpen guys, how you use them in certain situations. But I mean, you're trying to win all 3 games. You never should go into a series saying, okay, let's just try to just win 2 out of 3. I mean, if you can sweep, you want to sweep, So, I was talking about that to somebody the other day or yesterday. And, we were talking about the schedule and, it's a gauntlet. I understand. I mean, you play Texas, you play Vandy, you play Florida. But, bro, we are South Carolina baseball. You should never go into a series saying, oh, I just hope we don't get swept. Hell no. Nah. That hope we don't get swept attitude. Hell no. We go on the road to Texas. We go on the road to Vandy. We play Florida. The expectation, hey, we're planning on winning the damn series. That bottom line. We're planning on winning the damn series. We cave to no one. South Carolina baseball caves to nobody. So, no, you're trying to win all 3 for sure. Justin says, bold in my gut feeling, we will beat Clemson this year. Might be by a field goal or a touchdown or a safety. But underdog school, underdog coach with a home team quarterback with a chip on his shoulder, ingredients for an upset is there. I hope you're right, Justin. I hope you're right. Elizabeth Ballard, thank you for the kind words. I truly do appreciate it. Yeah, Bama's running back room is fine. They'll be fine. Savannah Webster, I assume, will be similar to Feast or Dowdle combined. They had 1,000, but they shared. The current combo is even better. I think the current combo is much better. So, with all due respect to Feaster and Dowdle, I think comparing them to to Harris and Lloyd, it just John Gibbs, opening day, our boys are going to hit 6 bombs and start this thing off right. You heard it here first. We are going to beat the hell out of Dayton if that's the case. I mean, you're talking like a 15-2 win or something like that. So, hey, I'd love to see it. Start hot. You know what I mean? You need to. Whoa. Sorry, guys. You need to get off to a quick start because obviously you got Clemson the second weekend, then you got Mercer after that, and you got Texas after that, then you start SEC. No time to relax. But, I mean, dude, you wouldn't want it any other way. You know what I mean? Go Chiefs. I hear you. Go Chiefs. Jacob Thompson, how do you think those Lady Gamecocks going to do against UConn? Which, yeah, shout out the Lady Gamecocks, by the way, just dismantling Auburn last night. But, yeah, how do I think they're going to get – I mean, they're going to get the win. I have full confidence that Dawn Staley's squad will be ready for that game. Obviously, anytime South Carolina, UConn, and women's basketball take the floor, that is a really, really big deal. But, I mean, yeah, I feel good about it, honestly. Sholin, our running back room right now is in the best shape we've seen since Lattimore and Mike Davis. I'd actually agree. I really would. AJ says, I think the Jewelry Warehouse used to sell or still sells them. I saw someone wearing one at a Gamecock football game a couple of years ago. Yeah, I can't say I'm familiar with those, but I'll take your word for it that it looked like trash. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, so again, guys, appreciate the love and support. Like I said, if you didn't see, huge baseball merch drop this morning. Something I'm really, really excited about, really fired up about. Yeah. And, you know, I really do appreciate you guys' love and support. I really do. I appreciate you guys' love and support, supporting the merch and engaging with it. And it means the world. It means the world. So Jacob Rogers says the mic is out. Is the mic out? It's showing it's on my end. Is the mic out? Is the mic out? Mic check 1 2. Yeah, it sounds like it's good. Jacob, check it again. Refresh the page. Do something. I think we're good. Savannah, UConn is always a splinter to us. I hope we make it 2-0 for the first time ever. They look better each week. Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a game. That's for damn sure. Sholin says if we beat UConn, does it put Dawn squarely as the best women's basketball coach out there right now? I think she is the best coach either way. So I love this. Justin says South Carolina baseball travels with brooms and dustpans because we expect to sweep and settle for winning the series. Good deal. Love it. Love it. Love it. Again, 843-790-3377, guys. If you want to call in, text in, whatever, taking your questions, comments, of course, here on a Friday, February the 5th, 2021. Again, guys, thank you so much. We've got some awesome guests lined up, by the way. Awesome guests. Had Chad Holbrook on yesterday. If you didn't listen to that interview, by the way, I highly suggest it. Was able to chat with Joe Connolly, who was the Gamecocks strength coach during the 3 11-2 seasons, during the best run of Gamecocks football ever. Oh my God. And AJ just sent me the hat. Good Lord. Bro, who would wear that? I mean, in all seriousness, who would wear that? Who in the world would wear that hat? Justin says, remember the Fear the Fish tees. Yeah, those were awesome. Those were awesome for sure. Trying to get Danzel on the show. But again, like I was saying, we got some great conversations lined up. Obviously, again, we dropped the Chad Holbrook interview yesterday. I had Joe Connolly on the show and got some big ones lined up as well. So really, really exciting stuff. Jacob says we need to name it Dawn Staley Coliseum. I'd agree with you. I think at some point we will. She will be recognized accordingly. We'll put it that way. Yeah, Joe was a huge factor. I mean, the strength coach, man. It's by the way, shout out to Aiken, South Carolina with the vintage tee today. Shout out Aiken. AJ Bowers, yes, it looks like shit. It looks, bro, I don't know what sane human being would wear that, to be honest. John Gibbs says we just need that baseball expectation in all the rest of our sports too. Until then, no, we won't win. I get reality, but even still got to have that win killer instinct mentality. And I think, guys, if you listen, and I don't want to put words in Chad Holbrook's mouth, obviously, but if you listen to Coach Holbrook's conversation that we had on the podcast yesterday, I think he kind of hinted at that, where like there is this unfair, these double standards with the expectations. And again, I know it's different because we've won a national championship in baseball. Like, I understand that. But you have these crazy expectations for baseball year in, year out. And it's like the other sports, it's not the same energy. You know, he said, like, we did great things. We averaged over 40 wins a year. We went to super regionals. You know, we got really close to Omaha. We did. But wasn't good enough. And, you know, he's like, he literally made the comparison of, you know, winning 40 plus games a year. That'd be like averaging 9+ wins a year in football, right? Which would be pretty damn good. I think that's kind of what he was saying. So Griffin Price has always wondered this. How important is a baseball coach? Football and basketball have plays and schemes that baseball doesn't. What I'm trying to get at is if we don't succeed this year, I mean, it's and then Griffin says, then how much of it is on Kingston? I mean, it's certainly important. Just like every other sport, setting the culture, setting the standard. I mean, you know, at South Carolina, obviously it sets itself, but I mean, it's certainly, I don't think you could just hire anybody. You know, it's about having someone that in those pressure moments, because there is strategy in baseball, in those pressure moments can be cool, calm, collected, make that call, make that decision. Hey, do we bunt here? Do we let him swing? Do we change? You know, do we go to the pin? Do we not? Do we let him go? Making those in-game decisions. You got to have the guy. But I mean, dude, it's like every other sport, man. If you have great players, just get out of the way, you know? So we have really, really good players this year. Don't overthink this thing. Keith, thoughts on Montario Hardesty? I mean, I like the hire overall. A guy that played in the SEC. I mean, that's invaluable for a guy that's, you know, he can look at Kevin Harris and Marshawn Lloyd and the rest of this running back room, Rashad Amos, and say, hey, I've been where you guys are. I've been doing exactly what you've been doing. I think that's certainly valuable. He knows exactly what they're going through and what they're facing week after week. And then obviously his SEC ties, I'm sure that helps in recruiting. And, you know, would I have loved to see a guy like Corey Boyd get the job? Absolutely, I would have. I would have loved to have seen that. But, you know, things happen for a reason. Whatever, it is what it is. So, yeah, you have to know strategy for baseball. That's a given. Yeah, I mean, listen, coaching is very important. I'm not saying it's not, because I've had a great coach and I've had a terrible coach. I think in baseball, though, it's just more important to like that clubhouse relationship and having guys buy into you and believe in you and support one another. And I think that's so important for a coach. And I'm not saying you got to be Mr. Nice Guy and like everybody like you. No, quite the opposite. Ray Tanner was an asshole, but he had the respect. And you know what Ray Tanner did? The guys I talked to, what Ray Tanner did, he approached each individual guy. You know, some guys need to be kicked in the ass, you know, to get going. Some guys, a little bit more sensitive. You can't get on them like that. You know, some guys respond to different things, different challenges, right? Some guys, you need to talk them through at bats and talk them through pitches and really get in their mind. Some guys, you just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Mechanics are weird. He gets the job done, though, right? So I think Tanner was good at that, knowing his players, and he got the most out of them. He got the best out of them. You know, so I think that's, you know, across any sport, you know, being that part of coaching is huge. You know what I mean? It might argue the most important thing. So listen, I still like Kingston. I like Kingston a lot, but hey, the standard at Carolina baseball is the standard. And if he doesn't win, he won't keep his job, you know? So, you know, you've got, I was just going to say, you've got, you know, this season, for example, like I said, I like Kingston. I'm still on the Kingston train. I'm literally selling shirts with his face on it. But if we miss the postseason this year, you know, that's not going to be acceptable. And I'm not going to say, you know, we should fire Kingston, but like that's going to be a major red flag. And hey, the D1 baseball guys that I had on last summer, when we talked about this year's team, they agree. That would be a major red flag for sure. So, you know, like I said, I'm still pro Kingston. I'm still team Kingston, but that's why I love Carolina baseball, though, guys. The standard of excellence is there. And again, I just don't, and I think, and I'm sure the players and the coaches and everybody within the program, I think they feel it in the sense of like, bro, why is the energy not kept the same across all the sports? Again, that's what kills me about like Carolina basketball. Bro, cool. We went to a Final Four. That's great. That's all. Like, bro, it's year 9. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? And I'm not saying fire Frank Martin. Again, I have to preface that because people will lose their freaking minds. But it's like, dude, there's no baseball coach on this planet Earth that if we had missed the postseason 8 out of 9 years would still have a job. Like, none. There's none of them. It's absurd. It's just flat out absurd. And you can make every excuse you want. You can, whatever. But how can you ever get to the pinnacle if that's not the goal and if it's not the expectation? You know who succeeds in life? And again, I don't want to get too philosophical or off on this rant, but it can relate to Carolina athletics. The people that are most successful in life are not the realistic people. They're the unrealistic people. You know what's when I hear somebody say, "Oh, that's unrealistic," you know what's unrealistic? Hey, Carolina basketball winning, going to the tournament every year. It's unrealistic. South Carolina football winning the SEC. It's unrealistic. You know what's unrealistic? Somebody getting paid to do a podcast. That is unrealistic. Flat out. You know? There are other things that are unrealistic. But like, I know I hate to pull, because like Dabo even said it, and I hate to pull from Dabo, but it's like, if you don't ever set that as the goal, if you don't envision yourself, if you're Carolina basketball, if we don't envision ourselves doing it year after year, whatever you allow, that becomes your standard. I've made this comparison before. Hey, if you're with somebody in a relationship and they cheat on you and you take them back, and hey, I think forgiveness is a great thing. But if somebody cheats on you or does you wrong and you take them back and when you accept that, you allow that behavior, you are saying that is acceptable. That falls within my expectations and my standard. And so, again, like I said, hey, if you bring Frank, and which I think you're going to bring Frank back next year, but if you miss the tournament again and you don't let him go and you say, well, he's a great coach, he's done this, he's done that, the Final Four, blah, 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 you're accepting that it's okay. That's what you're doing. You're accepting it's okay. That, you know what? If you make the tournament one every 10 years, that's good enough. That's what you're saying. That's You can spin it any way you want. You can get pissed off. You can go tweet on Twitter. You can throw rocks at me and get – that's the reality, though. And that's what almost makes Gamecocks basketball unwatchable for me. Like, honestly, we have no expectations of winning anything meaningful. None. We have no expectations of winning anything meaningful. How does nobody see that? And again, I'm not saying firing Frank Martin would be the solution to it. I'm not saying that. But, like, why are our goals not to make the tournament? Hell, y'all, do y'all not have goals for football to win the SEC? That shit is way more unrealistic than Carolina getting to the tournament. I mean, it's way more unrealistic. So, again, I just think the energy with and listen, I think and that's the other thing. I think expectations are only a positive. They're only having high expectations like Carolina baseball has. They're only a positive. Because like I said, the only way you get to that next level as a human being, as a team, you have to have those expectations. You have to set the standard. Guys and then have people buy into it. You have to buy into it yourself, and then you go from there. But I think the reason apathy is set in for basketball to some, and again, I know we're coming off of a win. I'm not trying to be like Debbie Downer or anything, but like just as a whole product, I think apathy surrounds Carolina basketball because all I hear is excuses. I hear, well, it's so hard to win here. We can't recruit. We can't do this. Talk about what we can do. There are things we can do. Why are we not focused on those? There are things we can do. Like I say the same with football. We have a lot to offer. Why do we act like we don't? Why do we beat ourselves up? We have fantastic facilities. And this goes to every sport, by the way. We have fantastic facilities. We have a fantastic fan base. And I won't accept any other opinion on our fan base. We have a great fan base. The university is awesome. Academics are great. It's in a great city. We're in the best conference in the country. We have a talent pool to pull from. What are we missing? What are we missing? We have the resources. We have the facilities. We have the fan support. There's no reason why South Carolina football can't be a premier program in every sport on campus. I will never come to grips with or come to terms with that we should be accepting of anything less. And I'm not saying you got to fire your coaches if they don't win the conference every year, but like that's where the expectations should be. That's where they should be. That's the mentality that Steve Spurrier brought to Columbia. And that's what I miss. I hope Shane Beamer recaptures that in some way. That's the mentality we need, though. He said, hey, going 6-6 and beating Clemson is just not good. We didn't do anything. We didn't achieve anything. So, again, I know I just went on a rant, but Thomas Walker, men's basketball is a classic case of playing to the level of your opponent. A team like that will rarely, if never, be more than a 500 team. Yep. AJ Bowers, if Frank comes back next year and he does the same thing, that has to be done the last couple of years, and it's time to move on and go get a young coach. I agree. I mean, there's no question. Which I think, again, Frank will return unless he goes out on his own. If you miss the tournament next year, you got to part ways. You just have to. I don't give a damn. You got to part ways. You have to. If you care about the program and trying to elevate, you got to part ways. Bottom line. RJ Kelly, like you said before, we win by 30 or lose by 30. There's no consistency, no excuse to this roster not to make the tournament. COVID is an excuse after the Florida win. It just shows what we have. And that's what I said. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, the COVID stuff, but that COVID excuse is done. It's done. We're not talking about that anymore. You went out, you beat Florida, and it wasn't because of COVID. It's because you showed up and you beat their tails and you were the better team. Tomorrow, you're playing Mississippi State on your home floor. Not a great team. If you go out and beat them, it ain't because COVID. And if you go out and lose, it's not because of COVID. We are not using that as an excuse any longer. Bottom line. And again, if you guys are wondering, I'm picking South Carolina to lose. 74-66. I got Mississippi State. So we're in the clear. We're good. We're good. We are good, which means guarantee a Gamecock victory. RJ Kelly, it boils down to Frank not being able to get the most out of his players. I feel like these guys need someone they can relate to and light a fire into their asses. Jacob Rogers, I agree, man. We have everything you could want. No reason we shouldn't be annually top 25 in football, period. I agree. And every other sport for that matter. Again, going to wrap it up here, guys. It's 1 o'clock. Friday, February the 5th, 2021. Can't even talk. Friday, February the 5th, 2021, guys. Thank you so much for a great week. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for bearing with me during the audio issues, which I think we actually did good for like the last 40 minutes of the show or something like that. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Pre-game show tomorrow, 2:30 to 3. The Mississippi State tip-off at 3:30. So we'll be right here back tomorrow. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You guys know the drill. But again, thank you so much for the love, support all week long. Great week. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Go Cox. Beat Mississippi State. Find a way. Find a way to beat Mississippi State. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Take care.